All right.
Actually, I just noticed that um, Reswit has actually got some YouTube up for the interface. I must watch those and see if there's any tips in it.
Yeah, he does, and that was where I first learned about Cardinum at all.
Oh,
He had that up there, and I thought, wow, this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's my hero.
yeah, yeah, he's a good guy.
He is.
Uh,
It's a little. There might be some quirks to what he's got posted because he does continue to tinker with things, and you'll see as you have that occasionally the words on a button might change, or
yeah,
there may be something new that it does that it didn't do before. But yeah, that was where I first learned how the whole interface worked and how columns of influence for the different characters, even though they're still in
okay.
one company, they're in different columns, and I figured all that out.
So with the new method or the the proper method of drafting, we lay all the cards out and we reveal them one at a time
Well,
simultaneously.
actually, we would do them one at a time. You and I
Oh,
would
just one
each
at a
put
time,
one
right?
out, and I
So
wasn't
you
really
put to one you want the most.
yeah, I wasn't really clear with the explanation of why that's better last time. But
Okay.
as an example, let's say you've got one big heavy hitter like Bjorn, and
Yep.
you want to play him, and I want to play him, and we both put him out. He can't play. He has to be put back. He can't be a starting character. He has to be put back in your hand, and you're not allowed to reveal him again as a starting character. So you go to your backup guy now, which might not have
Ah,
been in a draft that you had all five characters laying across the table. But so you go to
yeah.
somebody like, say, Glorfindel or Thranduil, who are other heavy
Yep.
fighters that wouldn't be in a starting deck if Bjorn made it.
Yep. Okay.
So it gives
But
you a little bit more of a chance
and
react
the
react to what happens with the first turn and subsequent turns of the draft.
and the ones that don't make it into that start, you can either can you remove them from game or can you
Yes,
only discard them back into your
you can do
play deck?
one of two things. You can remove them from the game completely, or you can shuffle them back into the deck.
Into your play deck, right? Okay.
Yeah. So
Ah,
if there again in that example, let's say you have Bjorn and you also had Glorfindel in your starting pool because you weren't sure if you were going to get Bjorn or not. If you play
yep.
Bjorn and you decide, well, I'm not going to need Glorfindel, I would put him out of game instead of shuffling him back into the deck.
Yep. So I was going to ask. So you say you just put the ones that you hope to have in your starting company
Uh
in
huh.
the what do they call it?
The
The
pool, the
pool.
character pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Um, and but you find that you need someone else. Can you just fish it out of your play deck at that point, or do you have, as far as the interface goes, or do you have to have them all sitting in your pool
You have to have
to
them
be
all
able to?
sitting in your pool, and you're allowed to have up to 10 characters in your starting pool. So lots of backups, lots there's no reason not to fill it with 10 unless you're really trying something specific. But if you fill it up
Mm,
all the way, you've got the chance that I mean there have been games where people will reveal an identical character the first time and then they go to their
yep.
backup character and that's identical and then they go to a third one
Mm,
and it's like your options start narrowing down really quick when you start playing trying to
mm.
play the same characters. So
Um,
the extra in the pool is just as backup, or it could also be backup that you are intending to shuffle into your deck.
so do you think? Because at the moment I've only got the characters. I didn't put extras in. So could I go into the play deck and drag them into the pool?
Of
I wonder if it'd
course,
let me.
yeah, you could do that.
Okay, I'll do that now, just
Yeah,
for
yeah.
practice,
Go ahead.
just to get it in my
That's an
mind what I'm
easy way
supposed to be
to
doing.
adjust to not having them in your starting pool.
So show deck. Okay, yep. So I just drag them. Oh yeah, yes, it does let you. Yep. Okay. Right, and and then I'll close and shuffle.
Okay, and then after we
You can
finish
see
with our
what I
pool,
shuffled.
with our starting pool,
Then I'll shuffle. Yeah,
we can
I
do
didn't
the we
expect
can
to
shuffle them in
Yep.
too, right?
Yep. All right. So now at the end, so I've put the first one up.
All right, so we can reveal at the same time. All right, good.
Oh, you're back with the hobbits again.
Maybe they're hobbits. Yeah, I've got some. It's not exclusively hobbits, but because you have to start with them, or they don't come in until they come in at Bag End. They're the first part that I play out before I bring other characters.
Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, yep. So no overlap so far.
You've got the fighting Dunedain.
Yes.
It sounds like a school. The University of Dunedain welcomes the fighting Dunedain. All right.
Right. So now these ones that are left, I could drag them into my play deck.
Well, you don't even have to do that. What you can do is when you hit the draw hand, it automatically shuffles everything that's still in your hand into your play deck. Now, do you have minor items?
Oh, I do. Yep. Okay.
So do that. So do that first. And then, okay, so I'll draw a hand. I've got 2 characters left that I want shuffled in. Keep hand. I'm going to roll the dice. All right, roll it again.
Oh, I was at a tie. I didn't even realize that.
So I got you this time. Okay.
Yep. So I've got 2, 4, 5 character points.
Me too.
And I've got 6 and 5, so 11, 15, 5 free GI.
Got 3. And I'll get Rivendell out.
And I'll grab Rivendell. I can do all this in parallel with you, can't I?
You sure can, yeah.
It doesn't affect anything.
Nope. I will need you when you're ready, when you're done, and I'm still getting things together here too, but when you're ready, you can pass the turn since I rolled the high dice.
Oh, I haven't got that option.
You don't? What do you have? No. Keep hand? Do you have the keep hand button?
Oh, keep. Yep.
So you keep hand.
And you can pass turn.
And then you can pass turn. Yeah, no problem. All right, so I will start. I was lucky to draw my wizard.
Ooh.
I hope that doesn't interfere with yours, wizard-wise, if you've selected Gandalf.
He is one of my 2, yeah.
Okay.
So well, that means I could have to wait a lot longer.
You might. We'll see what happens. All right. He's taking control of Frodo and Sam, so that means I'm using only 8 of my 20. And
Frodo's got an elven.
Yeah, the two important hobbits have the elven cloaks.
Key to boldness, right? Yep.
And we're going to go ahead. We're going to untap.
So when I see a hobbit company, I think, he's going to play rings or something that involves lots of corruption.
I'll tell you. I'll give away the secret. What I'm really trying to do is I'm going to try to play the entire fellowship, the full 9 character fellowship.
Oh, right.
which is
Okay.
it's not as easy as it sounds because there's a lot of mind that you have to control and you have to account for to get them all in play. You have to have certain characters controlling other characters, and the wizard is key, obviously, with the 10 direct influence as well.
Yep. Okay.
So
Interesting.
we'll see what happens. It's a little it's kind of
So
a
what's
risky.
What about Boromir?
What about Boromir?
I've got him. You're going to have to influence him away.
Well, we'll see what happens. If he's out on the table, I'll call it fair enough for showing up. But I will try to bring all 9 if I can. I don't want him dead.
All right.
Okay. So
I've got a couple of fellas on the roof putting in all the screws. We've had the roof replaced. So
yeah.
Sometimes I might go, what did you say? Because at the moment they're drilling the screws in.
Well, that's like the normal sound of the sirens in the background over here at my house, where I said it sounds like I must be in a war zone.
Yeah.
It's just we're on a main street where right up the road is the fire station, and we somehow or another, coincidentally, we get a lot of that coming through right when you and I play.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can hear the guys in the background, and if they have problems,
you can hear them.
If you have problems,
You can hear them.
if you have problems, just say something and I'll repeat or speak up.
Yep.
All right, no long events. We're going to go into the movement hazard phase. And yes, you're right. We're moving to a ring site.
Okay.
So it's double wilderness to a ruins and layers. 1 card each. And I have a hazard limit of 3.
Yep.
This is always the point where I'm really, really tuned in because I don't know what hazards you're playing. And as soon as I see a card, I want to try to figure out what you're going to do.
All right, so checking. Yep. Okay. So
Yep.
And I'll play a card on guard.
All right.
And I'll say no more hazards.
All right. That sounds good. That's what I like to see. A safe move.
Yeah.
First turn. Because sometimes you can walk right into it. All right. So it's a ruins and layers with a wolf automatic attack, 3 strikes with 5. I think Mary is going to tap and conceal that.
Okay.
And Frodo is going to tap and find a ring. Does your on guard card reveal? Oh, I'm sorry. I need to go into the site phase.
Oh, right.
Just a minute. All right. There. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I click on possible effect, and then I go bluff.
Okay. So, in addition to finding a ring there, we play a chance meeting. A character, even a hobbit, may be brought into play with direct influence. I have to wait. I'm going to do that next turn. Sorry. I have to do it with direct influence, and Gandalf is using all of his direct influence to control the Hobbit, so he can't do it yet.
Oh, he
So
can't use general influence.
he has to. The chance meeting says he has to be brought in with direct influence, and I can't.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't move the hobbits out from under his control, except in the organization phase. So I'll wait till next organization phase.
All right.
So
And
we
you
did
got
get the
one
ring.
item point.
We got one item point, and
Okay.
I'll draw to 8 and acknowledge the end of turn.
All right.
So at this point, this is where we've discovered that it does work a kind of a quirk to where I can't. Yeah, there you go. You have to discard before I can tell you to discard. So you
Because
discarded
yes,
and
that's
drew.
right. Yeah.
There we go.
And so then that was my discard, so I'm done.
All right.
All right. Oh, that was a good start for you.
Yeah, bring a wizard, bring a ring, get ready to bring another character. Didn't have anybody get hurt on the way.
Yeah.
It was like your last game when you play lots of cards. It keeps everything moving. It keeps the wheels oiled.
Yep. Just thinking.
The other character that I put in the company that you have there, instead of Boromir, I would do Baratar.
Yes, yep.
He's identical to Faramir, except his home site is Bree, and he brings in the Rangers of the North instead of the Rangers of Ithilien.
Oh yeah.
But he's got the same stats, same mind, same skills, same race as Faramir.
Yep. Alright, so location deck. I'll play the end of the organisation phase.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play Misty Mountains.
All right. I like to see cards that don't get played a lot, and I don't think that one gets played hardly at all.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's thematic.
So I'll tap Bergil. And I'm using the second effect because I'm going to...
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say I'm using the second effect.
Sure.
So I go into long event phase. And I'll play the sun.
What did Baragon tap for?
Misty Mountains.
Tap
the ranger.
Oh, I see. Okay. He's not a ranger.
Does he have to tap for the second effect?
He's not a ranger.
Is he? No, okay, hang on. That's right. I've only got the one in the start.
That's why I was saying Baratar usually goes with Faramir. I run Imrahil, Baratar, and Faramir. That's a nice fighting company of Dunedain. And then you get the sun, and then there's some other enhancers that come in the later game, in the later sets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the long event phase. So I go into my... actually, I didn't click on organise, so now I'm in long event. Now I go into movement hazard.
All right.
And so I'm going to Ostenedel.
Popular place. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so I draw one.
I draw one. So I'm using the second effect on
Right,
Misty
so your
Mountains.
hazard limit is 2.
Yep.
We're going to play A Doors of Night so that the additional effect of sun does not apply.
Does it take sun off the table?
It does not. It does not. It says when Doors of Night is in play, all resource environment cards in play. What? I think it does. I think what is supposed to happen is you can play sun even if Doors of Night is in play, but when Doors of Night comes into play, it clears the table.
Yeah, that's how it reads.
I'm sorry. That was a mistaken explanation there. All right.
I have something to stop that happening. I haven't got a twilight or anything, so.
Okay. And then we'll play for the second and final hazard. We'll play the Cave Drake.
Okay. Alright, so I'll face that attack.
So I'm going to go and choose Imrahil and Bergil. So it's 2 at 10.
Bergil's right. Okay, so I'll two. So he is going to just so he'll tap.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the dagger.
So he's a 5.
Oh, that just So 5 versus 10.
Good.
He's an 8. And next character, so he can tap.
He also is a 5. Scored a point.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Right. So that's
it. I have no hazards. That's your limit. My limit.
So I've got to draw back to 8. And I go into the sight phase. Discard Rivendell. And what have we got? 3 strikes with 5. So I'm going to enter.
All right. So I don't think the others matter. I don't think the extra strikes matter. It doesn't matter who I put it on. They're automatic.
Oh, okay.
So Boromir not tapping is a 3 versus a 5. So he's automatic too. So it really doesn't matter.
Ah, okay. Great. All right. So I've got a beautiful gold ring.
Boromir finally gets the ring.
Yeah, yeah. He's had to wait a long time. So I get 1 item point, but I won't be able to test that at the moment. So now I go into my end of turn phase. Do I want to discard anything? Yep. And give you the end of turn discard.
Okay, I like all the cards I've got in my hand, so I'll stay with them. We'll start our turn. All right, let's reorganize these guys. Oops. Now I can play a chance meeting. So it's a short event. You could actually play this at any time that you can play a short event when you're at a site, any of those site types. And it doesn't count. It does not count against your 1 character per turn limit. So you could play a character at a haven or at their home site, and then you could play this and play another character. But
Okay.
in this case, I'm using it to bring Aragorn in under direct influence of Gandalf at a Ruins and Lairs, so I don't have to run back to the haven.
Yep.
And now I adjust my my general influence. I'm back down to 3.
4's 9. Yep.
And I've got another 3 character points. And we're going to figure out where we want to go. And in fact, let's leave everyone where they are. Gandalf, before we go, Gandalf is going to tap, and he's going to sideboard in a resource to my play deck. And I'll close and shuffle that. I'm changing where I'm going. I'm going to move to a different site.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. I decided one direction was better than another. So we're going to go ahead and go to Carndum from Holland. So it's going to be Holland, Rhudaur, and Angmar. So a double wilderness and a shadowland to a dark hold. And if that's not bad enough, you get to draw 3 cards, and I get 2.
Okay.
And the limit is now 4.
What I just realised, I'm looking at my deck listing. I didn't put any Twilight in there.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, Door of the Night's going to stay for the whole game, which means my
your son will still be able to come out. You'll still be able to play it.
Out. Yep.
But it won't get that second effect. Do you have Gates of Morning?
No.
No Gates of Morning. Okay.
No. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 hazards, double wilderness, and a shadow hole going to a dark.
It sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just looking through. Don't want to play that. That doesn't do anything for me. And that is not playable. And I'm already over. Okay, so no hazards.
Wow, all right. That's exactly what I was hoping but wasn't expecting.
No.
All right. So you have to go to hand size, and then I'll go to the site phase.
Yeah. I wish it'd stop doing that. You click on it, and then you've sort of committed. If you don't drag it, it ends up going on the table. Anyway, I'll have to get used to that. You'd think I would be by now.
Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be easy. So for the sight phase, we enter and we Dark Quarrels the automatic attack, which is an orc attack. That was partly the reason I went to this site instead of a different site, because the Dark Quarrels works, but it also means I'm going to a more dangerous place. But Aragorn taps and picks up Narsil, which is a greater item playable at the site, taps the site, and he gets 3 item points. And that's it for me.
Okay. So done. That's it for me.
All right.
To tap all. Right, where am I? Lost an Herald.
If you're looping down into Gondor area, the Stones is a great site to get a greater item if you're headed that way. It's in Andrast, down on the boot on the tip of the continent in Andrast.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yep.
That's sort of the backdoor way to get to all these guys' home sites.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dol Amroth and Minas Tirith and all of those.
Right. So it's the end of the organisation. Oh, the other one came off.
Oh yeah, you just discard it, but that's no problem.
I played a new Misty Mountains.
Nice.
I'm going to use the second effect.
Mm-hmm.
So tap and I go into the long event phase. I'm organised. Movement hazard. So I'm going to
Welling Hall.
So that'll be regions.
Mm-hmm.
From Holland. And it's a 1 each.
All right.
And 2 hazard.
1. Not much I can hit you with, really. I can put a permanent event in play, which I will do.
Okay.
So this is the card that you need to be careful of when you have a character that's wounded, carrying an item. I can make that character discard the item by tapping indoor.
Yep.
It's a nice one to leave out there, and either they forget about it or you wait and play it until they have a character that's wounded and has an item, and you play it and tap it immediately and make them discard the item. But I'll leave it on the table and say no more hazards.
All right. So I'm at 8. You're at 8. Sight phase. I will play
Quick Beam.
Yep.
Quick Beam is the popular one because he's not restricted on where he can move.
Yeah. So that taps Imrahil, doesn't it?
Taps Welling Hall. Taps Imrahil, yeah, both.
And it's 2 ally points.
Nice.
That's Misty Mountains comes off. End of turn phase.
Okay, I will discard one and draw one. I'm done. Untap all. Gandalf is going to tap, and he's going to sideboard a character from my sideboard into my play deck and shuffle.
Yep.
And I'm telegraphing my direction by clicking the region instead of grabbing the site. Well, it's no surprise now, so I won't worry about it. But we're going to go ahead and move to Mount Gundabad. So going from danger to danger. We get the region move. Angmar and Gundabad. And you get another 3 cards. And I get 2.
So Shadowhold and Dark Domain
to a shadow land, a dark domain, and a shadow hold.
Yep. Okay. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Okay, I'll pay Allure of Expedience on Aragorn.
All right.
And then I'll play Corpse Candle.
All right. We got some corruption coming at us. So he's going to have to make... Everyone's going to have to make a check. He's the only one who has any worries. He's got... He's got, 4 corruption points on him. So I think I'm going to tap to give him +1 and give him +1. So he has a corruption check of 2 now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 1 strike at 7. I think Aragorn is going to fight it.
Okay.
He's a 7 with the Narsil. If he doesn't tap, he's down to a 4.
Yeah.
So he gets it. Okay.
Okay, so it's back to me.
2 more. Another
I was hoping you'd
candle.
tap them all for that first one.
Yeah.
You cunningly kept 2 in reserve.
Oh. Okay. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to tap for 1. Tap for another. So he's got another corruption check of 2. You make me roll enough dice, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's just the way it works. The more dice you make your opponent roll, the sooner or later the odds will get him. Okay, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to fight that. He's a 7 down to a 4 versus a 7.
you I had another one. So no hazards, next movement.
All right, so I have to get rid of a couple cards. 1, 2. We will go to the sight phase, and we will enter. And Pippin is going to wound himself to let the team sneak by.
Okay.
And Aragorn, my only untapped character with 4 corruption points, is going to tap to get the Arkenstone.
Oh my goodness.
So that's another 2 points, and it's another 2 corruption points. So he has 6 corruption points on him right now.
And he's gained an item.
And he's gained an item. Well, we're going to react to the gaining the item with the Friender 3. So he's automatic. He's got a +6 to his roll.
Curses.
But
you still got to get that card off.
That's still got to get that card off. Exactly right. Exactly right. So he's done. We're done there for the turn. We're going to draw back up and acknowledge the end of turn for you. But yeah, corruption like that you need to learn. You got to take your time with it, or you got to have the right cards because it can get you.
Yeah, just thinking about my discard. Where am I going next?
All right.
I've got problems with this deck. Anyway. Where am I now? I'm in Fenghorn. Okay, I'll play Ford. Tap Faramir.
He's being very useful this game. All of those Misty Mountains and Fords and all the other Ranger cards.
Yeah, he's doing his job. And I'll play Sun in the organisation phase. Movement hazard phase. I'm going to Eagle's Eyrie.
All right.
So that's going to be a region movement. And it's 1 each. And nothing keyed
to wilderness. No creatures keyed to wilderness. I have a hazard limit of 4. Is that right? Because he didn't Misty Mountains this time. Well, it's going to get dark. The Morgul Night is coming on. So this is a long event. Only playable if Doors of Night is in play. It turns Wilderness into Shadowlands and Shadowlands into Dark.
So that negates the Ford.
That yeah. So now it turns your 2 wilderness into 2 shadowland.
Yep.
So that's 1. A fell beast swoops down out of the sky. And who is on it but the Witch King? So the fell beast lets a target Nazgul be played keyed to a Shadowland. And
Yep.
Because I changed the wilderness to Shadowland, he can now attack. And in addition, his attack is changed a little bit because he's on his flying mount. Instead of 1 strike at 17, it is 2 strikes, and its prowess is decreased to 15. But I also get to choose who it goes after.
Yep.
Nasty.
This is nasty. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to see a Nazgul being played as a creature.
Yeah, that combo right there, that's the way to do it. Doors of Night, Morgul Knight, Fell Beast will turn wilderness into keyable regions for the Nazgul to attack. But it's a lot to do. It's a lot. And a concealment or an escape is all you need, and you've gotten away from it.
Yeah, I wish I'd had a Misty Mountains instead of a Ford. You only had a hazard limit of 2.
Well, we're gonna.
I mean, no, you still could have done it, didn't you?
No, that was 3 cards.
No, you couldn't have. Yeah, it was a 3 card.
Yeah, I played combo. The Morgul Knight, and then the Fell Beast, and then the Witch King.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go after your controlling character of the ally.
Yep.
And I think we might go after Boromir.
Yeah, with the beautiful gold ring. Okay, so I haven't got any cancellers.
So it's 2 at 15.
Next character. Say he taps. He's a 5. But characters can tap to support. Oh, can the ally tap to support?
Yes. Yes, an ally can. And this would be a good example of when to do it, because the ally's not going to be bringing your ally or other faction in at the Eagles Eyrie. And I've only got 1 more hazard. I can't do another Fell Beast Nazgul combo. So he would be smart to tap just to try to keep his controlling player alive.
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes it up to a 6. Versus a 15. So
yeah, he can still do it.
He could.
Very optimistic here.
Hey!
He did. He cancelled. He equaled it.
He tied it. Yeah. Way to go!
What an effort! Good on you. Other locale, which is 6. Okay, so he taps. So he's a 6.
And if he taps the shield, he's a 7.
Okay, so 7 versus 15.
So he needs an 8.
It's a bit more doable.
Oh.
But no. So
body check of 8 with the shield. Not even close.
You've still
so I got to menace you a little bit there, but that's all I had.
Oh yeah.
That's all I had.
Big time.
Yeah.
All right. So that was movement hazard. So back to 8. Done facing.
Mm-hmm.
And you've no more hazards. Yep. So I draw back to 8. You're at 8. Solid phase. All right. So it's Gua here.
So Bergil could get him. He's the only disadvantage to that is he's he might not stick around. He's not bad. He's a 4/8, but he does have
Yeah.
that corruption modifier. So keep him around, and he's worth some points with the ally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll give it a go. So that taps him.
2 solid allies.
Yeah. So what's he worth? 2. So 2 1 points. And we're going to the end of turn phase.
All right.
Let me see. I don't need both of those. Okay, so I'll discard that. Gandalf's turned up.
Gandalf already turned up. All right, I'm going to keep my hand.
Sorry.
It's all right. Okay. It's not. I wonder if we're lagging a little bit. I'm clicking the start button, but it's not doing anything.
That gives me time to think.
There it goes. Okay. So I untap everyone. Luckily, that lure does not trigger in the untap phase or anything. So I have a chance to try to remove it before I start getting stupid and moving things. So he's going to tap to remove the lure of expedience. He needs greater than 5. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. I did drag that, but it hasn't. I don't know if it's lagging or.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it might be a little like. Oh, there's 3 games being played right now. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Could be.
Okay. We're going to use a halfling strength to heal Pippin.
Good. Yep. You have to go back to a haven.
Go back to a haven. We're going to give the Arkenstone to Pippin.
Okay.
So it's a corruption check of 4. We're going to tap Mary and Pippin to give him a corruption check of 2.
Yep. Yep.
So we'll transfer that to Pippin. And we're going to move some characters around. So Aragorn now has 4 direct influence with the shards of Narsil. So he's going to take control of Pippin. And Gandalf has Merry and Frodo. So with Aragorn and Sam using direct or general influence, they're only using 13, so I have 7 free.
Yep.
Did it again. All right. Yeah, we're moving back to the haven. Okay. So we're organized. We go to the movement hazard phase, and we're going to run straight back to safety. We go here, here, in here. And actually, that last one is not a wilderness; it's a shadowland because the Mortal Night. So I'm moving through. I'm moving through 2 dark domains and 1 shadowland.
Two dark. What do you mean 2 shadowlands and
Well,
1 dark domain?
2 Gundabad is
'Cause
already
they're
a
both
dark
getting up.
domain,
Yeah.
but Angmar turns also into a dark domain, and Rudauer turns into a shadowland.
Yep. Okay.
Everything gets 1 increment darker, and you can draw 3 because I'm moving from a non-haven site to a haven, and I can draw 2.
If you only knew. I don't want to let you on. I won't say what. You've really foiled me. I won't tell you how.
Have I? Wow. That's how, sometimes it's just the luck of what happens. You set up this strategy and I set up that one, and they're totally incompatible, but one has the advantage and the other doesn't. But I would say I'm about due. You've had the last few games pretty solidly under your
Yeah.
belt.
Alright, so let's just see who's got what. Yep, okay, so I'll play Lure of the Senses on Aragorn.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunately, no more hazards.
Wow, okay. Well, I'm going to have to... I got to get rid of something. All right, get rid of that. And we'll discard Mount Gundabad and go to the site phase. So he will have a check at the untap phase with the Lure of the Senses since he's at a haven.
Yep. Okay. Thinking. Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so location deck. I'm organised.
Okay, so the Mortal Night goes away.
And my sun
and
goes
the sun
away.
goes away.
And I play a new sun.
All right.
And I go into my movement hazard phase. And I'm going to Lorien. So that's going to be.
So it'll be it'll be 1 borderland and 1 wilderness, right?
I'll be able to do a /P, won't I?
P/P.
Yep.
I get to draw 1.
Did I draw my one? Let's see. No, I didn't. Yep. Okay, so it's 4.
All right. I'm going to play an ambusher, keyed to the borderland. And I think I'd like to go after the 2 characters that control the allies, if you can't cancel it.
I can't cancel it, so I'll face the attacks.
So Bergil and Imrahil.
Right, say.
So he is a +1 with the sun.
So he's a 5
Mm-hmm.
plus the dagger is 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Gua here, I guess, can tap to support.
Sure can. Take him up to a 7.
Tap. So 7. What was it? 10.
10. 7 versus 10. Good.
Yep. And next character, say he can tap as well. So he's a 5 plus quick beam is 6.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm going
right
to Haven, I may as well tap Faramir. So that'll be a 7 as well.
All right. Looks like a point. Looks like an easy point.
Could well be.
Got it?
Yep. Okay, so score. They're done facing.
Now.
What else have you got?
I've got another one. I think this time, I'm going to try to only go after Bergil, but I'm going to go after Boromir too. So Bergil and Boromir.
So he's already tapped, so he's a 3 plus these
plus the dagger
4.
and the sun.
Oh, and the sun, yeah, so he's 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 versus 10. Make me roll, see what happens.
Got it. Good. Now
6.
Boromir is a 6, wounded down to a 4, back up to a 5 with the sun. Tapping the shield takes him to a 6. He could do it too. I could be feeding you too many points here.
Yeah.
Got it? Oh.
Okay, so score.
That was it. That's all I have. I'm going to play another Nazgul as a permanent event. This is the one that when I tap it, it counts how many Nazgul permanent events are in play, and it makes you discard that many cards from your hand.
Yeah, okay.
And I have no more hazards.
So I'm at 8. So I go into the sight phase. Nothing happening at the sight phase.
Mm-hmm.
End of turn. I'll discard that. Again, I've clicked on it, and now I'm not sure. Let's see.
What do you have that you're not?
I was going to click the trader because I thought it couldn't be duplicated, but then I thought I better just check. But there's nothing to say it can't be duplicated.
No, you can put more than one out, but they're all triggered at the same time. It has one singular effect.
It has no effect, does it?
Yeah. But you can, if you want to play it out of your hand, you can play it. That was a question that actually came up and was answered to say, yes, you could play that second card, but it's not going to have any additional effect.
Okay. And doing that would let me get an extra discard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm going to discard one and draw. I'm done. All right. So Aragorn, at the end of the untap phase, has a corruption check to make of 4. Well, we're going to lower that down again. We really don't like these corruption checks. So 1 2 for support. So a corruption check of 2. And I'm fully aware that I can still fail those.
Yeah, we've seen it, haven't we?
We've seen it. Yeah, everybody's seen it. All right. He's got a... oh, no. He's got a roll to get that off. That was his check just to be having it on him. He's getting ready to. So let me tap him. He needs greater than a 6. If I get it, don't worry about putting it back on him.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Okay, he made it. He removed it. But that first check was a corruption check. This was a roll to remove the card.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move 2 characters, and Pippin. See, this is where it gets tricky. I'm
You're doing something very tricky. I can see that.
I'm trying to bring in. Okay, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. Aragorn's going to give the sword to Gandalf. I know it's not very thematic, but we're going to try something here. Pippin is going to give the Arkenstone. Oh no, he does have to have that. He's got to carry both. Okay, I'll do it. We're going to move the Arkenstone to Aragorn. So that's a corruption check of 2. But he's got +2, so it's automatic.
Yep.
I'm going to move the Narsil back onto Aragorn. Gandalf has a +1, so it's automatic.
Yep.
Now we're going to bring Gimli in.
Who's 6, isn't he?
Who's 6. Aragorn has 3. Oh, I guess he didn't need that extra.
He didn't need Narsil, did he?
No. We'll leave it there. That's his sword. He should be carrying it anyway. We need to support him.
Sure you want to carry 4?
Yeah.
Corruption?
Yeah.
You've seen me play corruption?
I've seen the corruption. I know. Yeah, I think against my better judgment, I think we will. We will keep that where it is. And then you can tell me I told you so. When I fail the roll. Oh, wrong spot. So we're organized. I've got 9 and 4 is 13.
Oh yeah, good update, Jim.
3 free, so
17.
9. And I got 2 more character points. And we're organized. And we're going to move. And we're going to go to Bree. And you can draw 1. And you have a lot to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, well, it pains me to say it, but no hazards.
I must be not going where you need me to be going.
That's right. Yes.
All right. Sight phase.
No, it wouldn't have made a difference. It's all right.
I'm trying to figure out if it's worth waiting a turn to do this, or if I should just go ahead and try to bring them in now. I think I need to try to bring them in now. I wish I had another friend or three, but I needed to use that one to protect me with the corruption check. So Gandalf is going to try to bring the Rangers of the North in. He's got 1 free.
Yeah.
So he needs greater than an 8. Huh.
Oh, I did it.
Wow. I look smart when that happens.
Greater than 8. I think that's 42%.
Yeah. I was fully expecting to fail.
It's not a bad odds. Greater than 42.
All right. End of turn. And draw up and discard. All right. So after that one Nazgul attack, only 1 wounded character. That's a big surprise. Boromir.
Yeah. So he
heals. Well, untap everyone else first, and then he'll heal.
Oh.
Because if you move him to...
What's that?
So he would just go to tapped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he shouldn't be untapped.
That's right.
Yep. Right. Thinking. Okay, so I'm into the organisation phase, so I'll get my side card. Looking for... Oh, yeah.
Oh, score your kill points too, don't forget.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3. Didn't I? Yep, okay.
Good.
Alright, so it's the end of the organisation phase, so I'll play White Mountains, tap Faramir, and I'm going to use the second effect.
So lower the hazard limit by 2?
Yep. Alright, so I'm organised, the sun comes off. There's nothing to go on, so I go into the movement hazard. And I'm going to Edoras.
Right.
I shouldn't have done that at that stage. You might have put me back. Yes.
No, leave it where it is. No problem. I'm not having anything to send you back.
Okay, so
I draw 1.
And it's a /P.
I'll give you the same thing you've been giving me so many times this game. I'll give you no hazards.
That was nice.
You're welcome.
So the White Mountains goes... I'm at 8. So I go into the side phase. And I'm actually not going to do anything here. It's just a stepping stone.
All right.
So I go into my end of turn. There's nothing there I want to. So I'll give you the discard.
All right. I'll discard one and draw one. Done. Oh, I forgot the site is tapped. Gandalf. Frodo's going to give Gandalf the precious gold ring. Gandalf is going to tap to test it and automatically turn it into a lesser ring. Any result will give you a lesser ring. So I discard the precious gold ring. I get one additional item point for that. And more importantly, it gives him +2 direct influence. So he now has 12.
Yep.
And
he's got 3 spare.
He's gonna. Let's do this. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to have to change my view a little bit because I'm overlapping your characters.
Mine aren't overlapping at the moment.
Good.
I'm on 125.
Good. You must have a bigger screen. All right. So I've got them. I've got all 12 hobbits' mind points controlled by Gandalf with the ring.
Yep. Still and
9 and 5.
14, so you got 6 free.
So I got 3 more free.
You've got Mary, Pippin, Frodo, Sam. Legolas is coming.
I need Legolas and I need to steal Boromir. Boromir I've left in my sideboard.
Okay.
I'll count if I can get Legolas in. I think that's probably as good as I can do this game. So we're gonna move. The whole company to Bag End. So it will be 2 regions, Arthedain and the Shire. You can draw 2. It's a freehold. And you have about 5 hazards you can play.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to play Lost in the Wilderness just to get it out of my hand.
Right.
Even though I'm not going to take advantage of it. It's a short event. Yes, I could discard that straight away because I won't be playing anywhere near that many hazards. And let's have a look. Who's got what? So I'll play a Allure of the Senses on Aragorn.
Sure. He's the target.
So Gandalf's +1 and he's holding 1, so he's at 0. But he's probably the next best target. So I'll play my other Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
And no more hazards. Oh, I could play something on guard.
Go ahead.
No, I won't bother.
No? Okay.
I'll just draw back.
Okay, we enter. We'll try and do this nice and thematically. Frodo is going to tap to get the Red Book of Westmarch.
Okay.
So it's only playable at Bag End. It gives +2 direct influence against hobbits, or the Hobbit faction. And it's worth 1 point if you store it at a haven. So he's got Bilbo's old journal. And while we're there, and that taps the site, and while we're there, Sam gets a pony.
Ah, he did the double.
Build a Pony is playable at a tapped or untapped Bree or Bag End.
Yep.
I was going there for the book, and I drew him on the way and figured I'll get them both out on the same turn.
Yep.
And
yeah, you don't have to wait till the next deck.
Oh, I hadn't even clicked through to the site phase, so let me go ahead and just do that. There. End of turn. Discard. So I didn't get any points for the book because it's not stored, but I did get 1 ally point.
Alright, so I tap all. So Palando's appeared. So I don't want him to come in at Grey Haven, so it'll be Rivendell.
Right.
I just got to decide what else I'm doing. It's a bit of a problem. I shouldn't have done that.
What, do you want to take something back?
I shouldn't have played the the White Mountains card. I should have moved to Rohan without it because I wanted to hop across the White Mountains into.
Take it back. Pretend like you've still got it. Pretend like you've still got it.
No. I've got to think it through.
Well, you can go. Where are you trying to go to?
Oh, either Anphalis or Lambden.
Well, you could get to Lambden with just a 4-region move. You just have to loop around the side.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, okay, that's good. I was thinking it was 5 for some reason. Okay.
It would be 5 to get to Anphalis.
Yeah. And is that what I said? Rivendell, that's right. Check what I've got here. Right, I'm organised. There's no long events happening into the movement hazard phase. I've only got 7 cards, so there's an argument for moving the wizard. Or
don't forget to bump your hand size. Don't forget to bump your hand size up to 9 cards too. With Palando.
Oh. Okay. Yep, so that's a double reason to. What happened there?
To do him first?
I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, All right, so Palando's staying still, so
Okay.
he'll go first. So
I'm going to play a permanent event defensively. I do not want you playing Ren and tapping him with all the corruption cards you're playing. So he's going to stay on the table for me, and I have no more hazards.
Okay, so I'll draw back to 9. And the other guys move to the Vale of Eric. So that'll be region movement.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll
one.
be 1 each.
I have no hazards. I have no hazards to play.
Okay. So that goes back there. So I've got to draw back to 9. Again, I could have done that. Right. So I go into the side phase. I'll play I'll try to play Men of Landen. So
Yep.
Dunedain greater than 7. Check. So Faramir's got 1 unused.
Yeah, Faramir or Boromir, either way, would be the same. They'd get a +2. So they need a 6.
Yeah, greater than 5, yep.
Good.
Ooh,
Good. Yeah,
okay,
but
so
you had an easier roll than I did, the one that I made.
Tap the site. And you're going to end of turn. Discard.
Discard 1 and draw.
Sorry, I was having a think.
That's okay. I do that too.
I was planning my next turn.
I do the same thing. Did the exact same thing. Okay, so luckily we're not at a haven right now with all of these lures of the senses, so I don't have to make checks, but I am going to try to remove them.
Yep.
Gandalf will tap. He needs greater than 6. Nope. Aragorn will tap. He also needs greater than 6. Good.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, the first time I click and drag, it doesn't move.
Huh.
And the second time it does. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know. I wonder if it's the 3-game
Seems to be
lag.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're going to go back to Rivendell. So we'll just do the /P for the move.
2 each.
You can draw 2, and you have 5, 6, however many it is to play. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So again, I'll play Lost in the Wilderness.
Right.
And I'll just discard it. Lure of Expedience on and I have got a Corpse Candle.
Well, we will definitely cancel that, so no check. Pippin. We'll tap and conceal it.
Right. Okay, and that's it. No more hazards.
Okay.
Draw a card. Next level.
Okay, I think that's it. I think we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah, there's just enough of a lull there for you to start thinking about your next turn and fade out of the fact that someone has given you the button to push to pass the turn.
Yeah. So, tap all. Just thinking. So I'm at 9. So I'm organised. No long events into the movement hazard. That's going to be a region movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Dunedain from Lambden to Anphalis.
Yeah.
And 1 each.
All right. I have a hazard limit of 4.
Yep.
All right. Play that as a permanent event. Play that as a permanent event. Tap Kamul. So that makes you discard 5 cards.
Okay. That's 1.
He goes to the discard pile.
So 3 more. Three, 4. Tricky. The last one's hard.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah, it'll have to go that way. All right.
Okay. And for the last hazard, I'll play the mouth and I'll get Camille back to my hand. And that's it for them. So you can draw back up.
Okay, so
And then you've gone through your deck. So if you want to redeck or if you want to sideboard in.
I forgot about that again.
You just drew your last card, so you can do it now. Is exactly when you do it.
Yeah, but I had the plan of tapping my wizard to bring some things in
Oh right.
before. So I've just got to. I don't know. I'm just going to have to put a note in front of me to remind me. I get lost in the game and forget that that's something that I want to do before the redeck.
What I usually do is by the time I've gotten this far into the game, I kind of just feel like I want the game to be over one way or another. I don't want to drag it out anymore. I don't bother messing with bringing cards in or out. I just click redeck and I keep going.
Okay, let me think. No, I've been the last 2 or 3. I've been putting some resources in the sideboard, intending to bring them in late in the first deck before I do the redeck.
Right.
Just to replace the ones that I've played, and then doing something else with the swap. And I'll have to sort of combine the 2 strategies. So I just got to think what I want to do. Okay, so I will do the 5. Now let me see if I remember how to do this. So first of all, I bring 5 into my play deck from the sideboard. So I click on.
Right, that's right.
Go into the sideboard.
And then you can drag them to your play deck.
Yep. Okay. No, not that one. Where's the third one? Oh, there's only 2 of them, right? Okay, that's easy. Okay, so close, and now I go into the discard.
All right. So you open the discard, so it's got a window.
Yep.
And then you click back on the play deck and click the button that says move to sideboard.
Okay, yep, and I've got to do that one by one.
Right.
5 times over, yeah. Alright, so Discard again.
I'll let you do that. I'm going to step away from the keyboard for
Yep.
just a moment. I'll be right back.
Yep. How many times have I done it? Beta has it. I think I've done it 3 times. Right, I think that's 5.
Okay,
So
I'm back.
now I do Yep, I think I've just done 5. I can't quite see there.
If you think it's close enough, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yep, yeah, I don't think it'll have a big effect. So I've redecked. I'm at 9. I'm into the second movement hazard phase. Yep.
Right.
Okay, so he's going to Edoras.
Okay.
Oh, he can't get to Edoras from Rivendell, can he?
No.
I was thinking I was at Walton Foothill.
He can pick a different place. You can go wherever you want.
Yeah, I'll take him to Lorien, so I'll put that back in location. What would happen in a competition game? It's like an illegal move.
You'd have to move. You'd have to stay where you were.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a region. Thank you.
So we'll draw 2. All right.
Has a number. Yeah, 2 hazards.
So getting Kamul back to my hand means I can play him and tap
do
him
the discard thing again.
and do the discard again.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So that's the limit. That's my hazard limit, but that's 5 more cards.
Yep. Okay, so I want to keep that. I keep that. So that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's brutal when there's a big company and you can do it twice on one company. It hurts.
Yep, yeah, I like it. All right, so I draw back to 9, and I discard these, and I go into sight phase. All right, so try for the Men of Anphalis.
Right.
I need Dunedain's +1, so I'll do Faramir again.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be.
So he needs a 7. Right? He's got he'll have +1 and another +1.
Yep. So he needs greater. He needs a 7. Yeah, he needs greater than a 6.
Go boy. Yep. He got him.
Okay. Yep.
That's kind of a tough roll for a 2-point faction.
Yeah. So that's another 2 faction points.
Right.
The side taps.
If I had a third hazard to play on Polando, I had another. I could have done that as a creature. I could have played a Morgul Knight and a Fell Beast and let the Nazgul attack from the air on Polando.
Oh, yeah.
But the limit of 2 was just enough to keep me from playing all 3 cards.
So I've got that to look forward to.
You're right. No, I already discarded. I'm trying to draw my last character to play so I can complete my fellowship.
Okay. So end of turn phase.
No, we'll keep that. We'll discard that. All right, Gandalf has a corruption check to make of 2. He's got 3, but he's got a +1 to his roll. Mary will tap to give him a +1 and make it automatic. I don't want to lose him on something dumb like that. Gandalf will tap to try to remove the Lure of the Senses. He needs greater than 6. Nah. Aragorn will tap to try to remove the Lure of Expedience. He needs greater than a 5. Huh. Where was that roll for Gandalf?
Yeah. Sorry. Hang on. Let's see what happens.
We're not doing it.
Did go that time.
Yeah. We're not doing anything with the red book, so I might as well store it. So Frodo is going to score the book.
You don't need the direct influence.
Hey, no, not yet. I don't. I think, like I said, all I can do is bring Legolas into the game at this point, and I have enough free influence to do it. I just need to watch out for your muster disperses. So we'll put the book in the bookcase and score ourselves 1 item point for that. And where do we want to go?
So I think if we were playing competitive, you'd be tempted to call a council at the end of this term, would you?
I would, except I haven't gone through my deck.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, assuming you got another marshalling point. Yeah, okay, you've got to wait till 1 deck.
Oh, I don't want to go there. Okay. So the whole group is going to move. We're organized. And we're going to go to the Old Forest. So it's double wilderness. So if that was what you were looking for before, you might have it now. You can draw 1. And hazard limit of 5.
Waterhold. Okay, so Lure of Expedience on Aragorn. There it goes.
He's feeling lost without it.
And Lure of Creation.
There we go, yeah. Good card.
Is there a rule we can only play one corruption card on a character
Per turn. Yes.
per turn?
Yes.
Right. And I'll play an ambusher.
Okay. I think we're going to cancel that one.
Okay.
Like that.
3. And corpse candle.
Good play. Very good. I'm going to untap a Hobbit as a response to that, just so that I have somebody to help with a corruption check.
Okay.
But now, because I can't. Oh! Here's what I'm going to do. So he untapped. Gandalf is going to play a Vanishment to cancel the corpse candle, but he has a corruption check to make at -2.
Yeah.
But this focuses the corruption check on only him. He has -2. He has another 5 on him, +1, so he effectively has 6 corruption points that he's got to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go +1, +2, +3, +4. So he's got a corruption check of 2.
Yeah. That was well done.
Got it. Everyone
Oh,
tapped
still
out.
Yeah.
Funny to play a Vanishment on a corpse candle. Like you're so worried about it, but the real worry was all the corruption checks on
Yeah.
on Aragorn and Gandalf.
And he's tapped, so he's a 6, so he's automatic to
So
defeat the strike.
No. I canceled it with the Vanishment. That
Oh,
canceled
you
the
cancelled
attack.
it.
That canceled the attack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
To prevent everyone from having to make a corruption check by the corpse candle, instead Gandalf had 1 corruption check to make because of the Vanishment.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Alright, and I'll play... I think I've still got a hazard
You do.
available. Yep, so I'll play one on guard.
Wow. Good turn.
Select a card, run guard. No more hazards.
Okay.
Back to normal.
7, 8. We're not going to enter. I did not draw what I needed.
Okay.
So we'll go to the end of turn, and I will discard 1 and draw up.
And I'll give you the done.
Okay.
Alright, so start turn, untap all. And Orion, Gallon, yep. So I'll play. I'll play Misty Mountains
Mm-hmm.
and tap Faramir using the second effect. And I will say I'm organised. No long events. Both companies are moving to the same
Okay.
site.
Okay.
Movement hazard phase. So the Dunedain will go first. They're going to Edoras, which is in Rohan. So it's a movement hazard limit of. Hang on, have I done this right?
I think you needed the
1,
White
2.
Mountains.
Have
All
I got
right.
the? Have I got the white? Oh, I've got the Misty Mountains there. That was the wrong one. Okay.
Back up. Back
So
up. You can back up.
I'll put that back in my hand as the easiest way.
Sure.
But I can't reach Edoras.
I don't think so.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, only the Gap of Eyes on right. Where is Orlando? He's at Lorien, so 1,
You
2.
could
So they could both reach
Gap of Ison.
Minas Tirith.
You could reach Gap of Ison. You could come up that way, or you could go to Minas Tirith. Is right. Yes.
Tirith or Pelagia, either. No, I'll go to Minas Tirith. So if that's all right, I'll change Edoras for Minas Tirith.
Sure.
I don't know what's happened to my played card. Is a played card, but anyway.
That's fine. No, when you get a mistake like that, it's more fair to back up and just try to do what you meant to do than to be stuck with a wrong move.
I need some more practice at thinking it through. All right, so they're both going there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So I have got a Ford. Can I play the Ford instead with Faramir tapped?
Sure. That'll protect you for the one wilderness you're moving through.
Yeah. All right. So it's region movement. So in Fellas, Landon, Lebanon, and Orion.
All right.
And it's 2 each.
Right. All right. I'll play an ambusher.
Sure, 2 at 10, you choose.
I think we want to go after Faramir and Imrahil.
Okay, I've got no cancellers, so I'll face the attacks. Happy for him to tap. He'll be a 4, and I'll tap Quick Beam to make him a 5.
No, he is a 5. He's a 5. He's up to a 6.
Ah, he's a 6, sorry, yeah.
Versus a 10?
Right. Yep, sounds good.
Tied it.
And next, other locale.
So he would be a
He's
4.
already. He'd be a 4. And I've got Gua here can help out.
Sure.
And potentially
Take him to a
Bergil.
5.
I'll tap Bergil as well.
Okay, take him to a 6. So he
6
needs a 4.
plus.
There's no way to get the point. All you want to do is tie it. Okay,
Yeah.
good enough.
They're done facing. So you've still got 3 more, is it?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to play an assassin. And we're going to go after your ranger, Faramir.
And
So
I
it's-
choose the other 2, is it?
No, it will be 3 attacks of 1 strike each,
Oh,
all against the same
I didn't-
character. So it's like playing a creature 3 different times that has 1 strike against a character.
yeah.
Now you can tap characters in the company to cancel 2 of those. You can tap 1 character for each one you want to cancel. So Boromir could cancel 1. But what I would do, you're going to have to face the first 2, and see if you maybe can even kill this and get points before you decide to tap to cancel the last one. Also, if you die before you get to the last one, there's no point in tapping the character to cancel 1.
Alright, so he's an 11, so he...
So Faramir is a 4. So he needs a... Go ahead.
Yep, so tap the shield, yep. So he's a 4 versus 11.
No, Faramir. What were you tapping
Faramir.
the shield for? I picked Faramir.
Ah, right, okay.
But Faramir is a 4 because he's tapped.
Yep.
So he needs a 7 to tie it.
Yep. Why didn't you go after Boromir?
Because Faramir is your
Nasty.
ranger. They're both worth a couple points. I really wanted to stop the ranger from playing all those cards.
Oh, righto. I thought since Boromir's got the ring, you might have been tempted.
We'll go after Faramir. They're both worth 2 points. Oh no,
Yep.
Boromir's only worth 1. Faramir's worth 2.
Okay, 4 versus 11.
No. All right, so his body is an 8, so I got a body check at 8. No. So now he faces the next one at a 3 versus 11.
Ooh. I'm not liking this.
No. And now his body is down to a 7. So I have a body check of 7.
Yep. This is odds on, yeah.
Got him. So see, that way you at least kept Boromir from tapping, because it would have been a waste if he tapped on an earlier cancel one and then he dies on a later strike.
Yep, that makes sense. So do I do the remove from game?
Yeah. Remove from game.
Yep. And he was worth 2.
He was worth 2.
Down by 2.
Right.
And I've lost my ranger. Yep.
And you've lost your ranger.
But I have got... Well, if the Palando meets up with him, he'll be a ranger.
That's all I have to play on him. On them, I should say.
Right. So I discard 1. You're back at 8. So now Palando is going to the same site.
Right. So it's a /P.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, he's moving, yeah. I was thinking, because I haven't got the card there.
No problem. And we draw 2.
Yep.
I'll put another Nazgul permanent event in play. And I'll say no more hazards.
Okay. So I'm back to hand size, into the sight phase.
Do you have either the Palantir or a faction to play there?
No.
There's a lot of things to do at Minas Tirith.
What I've got is Wizard's Test.
Oh, right. Right. There you go.
So I play. So I play that,
Mm-hmm.
and I make
Two
two
rolls.
rolls.
Okay.
Now, what did I
5
want?
and a
Let's have a
6.
look.
You could get a magic ring or a lesser ring. Both of those
Okay.
rolls would give you the same choices. Magic ring or
Yep.
lesser ring.
And I have got a magic ring. So I tap the character. It has to be the character that's holding the.
It turns it from the one ring into the other. He doesn't tap to play it. He just gets it. It just transforms the ring.
Okay, so that's an extra 2 item points.
Now you got another ranger.
Yeah, I kept it thinking, it could be handy to have a second ranger. Yeah, so that was nice. So it taps the site?
No, does not.
No.
Nope.
Okay. All right, so I'll discard the wizard's test. And nothing taps, so the wizard doesn't tap to use it either.
Mm-mm.
That's interesting.
Gandalf's ability, he has to tap to test a ring, but that's his built-in cardless
Yep.
method.
All right, so end of turn. I won't be needing that. And I've got to stop. I'm picking up Alison today.
All right, we can stop here. That's great.
She visits Mum on Monday mornings.
No problem.
So well, my deck hasn't worked well against your deck today.
I'm sorry, but I'm happy to see my deck working well once for a change.
It's kind of worked out well in a sense because what you're trying to do something a bit tricky, getting all those characters into play, and I haven't bothered you with hazards as it's turned out.
You've slowed me down
by
quite
choice.
a bit. The corruption cards have been. I got really nervous, and I'm look at what Gandalf is sitting on right now.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
No, it's not over. All right, well, have a good one. And if you want, we could work on another deck to pick up the next time after this, or however you want to do it.
I've got one in draft that I've done. It needs a bit of fine tuning. So
Great.
I'm trying to get ahead. Yeah, so I'll have one ready to go.
I'll try to come up with something tricky next time instead of just silly.
Oh no, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
I'm surprised that it's
learning mechanisms for character management.
I'm surprised that it's working as well as it is because I built this with a lot of cards from later sets, and it's actually much more doable to bring all 9 characters in. But with this, at least the fact that you've got Boromir, that's one less character I have to worry about because Legolas comes in, and I'm going to be maxed out.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, have a good week.
No way you can get. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No way I can
There's
get.
no way you can get rid of Boromir, is there? Because you won't. You need free direct influence.
Yeah.
To make the attempt. Yeah. Oh, but if you've got Boromir in your hand, doesn't that mean you exclude the mind?
Well, it would mean to transfer him, to steal him, but to keep him in play, I need to have enough influence to control him.
You've got to have it ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. Yep. Okay. Very enjoyable. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you too, David.
Yep.
Have a good week, and I will see you in a few days.
Yeah. Friday. Your
Friday
Friday night.
/ Saturday.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent. All right.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Bye.